Next Level Mindset bringing you another powerful and positive video. I'm going to give you 3 proven signs that you are a next level Christian. I'm going to share my insights on that, things that I know will connect with you. And if you stay with me through to the end of this video, I've got some extra bonus points, pro tips, and I'll reveal something I've never shared. You do not want to miss this. This is your confirmation that your Christianity is next level. There are some more signs. These are just a few that stood out for me. Let me know in the comment section which one stands out most for you. And the first sign that you are a next level Christian is when you have a sense that there is something else going on. You have a sense that there's more to the story. I can think back in my life. There are certain things that were taught that just don't line up, right? Think about it. And as you begin to go through your journey, you're going to see some things that we've been taught all our lives that just don't line up with facts. They may sound good in theory, they may sound good through speaking, but at the same time, you have a sense that there's something more to the story. Maybe you're watching this right now and you've read all the books of the Bible. You've read the Talmud, the Torah, the Quran. You've read the Tao Te Ching. You've read different books. And out of all of that reading, you say to yourself, there's got to be something more to the story. Even Jesus said in the Bible that the secrets of the gospel were reserved to those who are on a certain level. And we'll talk more about that coming up in a minute. That's one of the signs that stood out for my life. Along my journey, I begin to realize that there's certain things that are not really being said, certain things that are being said that just don't line up with the facts of the truth. And that is a good sign that you are a next level Christian on the mystic path. So think about that as you begin to increase your spirituality and as you begin to study different things and as you begin to increase your insights. That is one sign that you are a next level Christian on the mystic path. It's when things that you've always been taught, you know that there's something more going on and you want to get to the bottom of it. You realize that you only touched the surface and scratched the surface of a deeper truth. Because at the end of the day, there's an individual's responsibility. We're all responsible personally to do our research and to get to the bottom of the issue. So consider that in your life. Are there things that's going on and you sense that there's something more to the story, that there's a deeper level of truth going on? And if that's you, you are a next level Christian on the mystic path. The second sign that you are a next level Christian is when you've graduated from traditional religion and you're breaking free, breaking those chains of religion. You've reached a certain level in your life where a new light is starting to come on. A new light is beginning to shine in your life. For example, in my life, there were certain things that just don't apply to me. I realized that there are certain things that just don't apply to me anymore. Think about that. Rewriting those rules, being able to break those rules that we've always been taught. Certain things just don't apply to you anymore. You've graduated from that. Even in my book, Mystic Secrets of the Bible, I talk about certain religious principles, spirituality. As a matter of fact, I wrote right here, I talk about being serious and developing a higher understanding of God's self-awareness. Okay, and when you talk about things like God's self-awareness, most of the time when you hear things like that, that is not your traditional religious thought, right? God's self, that we have a lower self and that we have a higher self that is divine in nature, connected, one with God, having graduated from those lower levels. And I go deeper into that with my book, Mystic Secrets of the Bible. I would love for you to grab a copy of that and take it home with you with the link in the description. And so that is a great sign. You are a next level Christian on the mystic path. You graduated from those religious beliefs that no longer line up with the facts. You've graduated. It's when you begin to realize certain things just don't apply to you anymore. I remember when I was going to play basketball at this outside church, there was a basketball court and I walked up to the basketball court and I saw a sign. The sign said, "Patrons only, violators will be prosecuted." But I didn't let that stop me. I said, I'm going to go and talk to who's ever in charge. So I went in and talked to the principal and I asked her, I said, I would like to go and play ball out there sometimes. Is that okay? And she said, yeah, you can do that, but only on Saturdays, only on the weekends, because we do have our students in class. So think about that. The sign was still there. Every other time I showed up, that sign was still there, but it didn't apply to me anymore because I had talked to the one in charge. So keep that in mind as you begin to elevate your spirituality. Next level mindset. Things don't apply to you anymore. We want to go to that next level. And so when you've graduated from traditional religion and you see that sense of freedom in every area of your life, that is a great sign. You are a next level Christian on the mystic path, doing greater things, going to that next level. And if you're part of the family, you already know that's how we like to do it to get it done. Next level mindset in everything that we do. And by the way, if this is your first time here or you just haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Stay inspired and empowered with us. We'd love to have you here at Next Level. And the third sign that you are a next level Christian on the mystic path is when you're able to see that God can be called by different names. Think about that. Everyone's getting caught up into words these days. And what I've learned on my journey is that words cause limitations. All right. God is not limited to words. So why do we allow ourselves to be limited to those names? The essence of God, that light of God within us is not limited to those words. That shining bright star, spark of divinity that's in us all is not limited to certain words. Even in the ancient texts, even in the ancient days, the Egyptian texts, they had different names. To some people, the name is Jesus. For others, the name is Allah. For some, it could be Jehovah. For others, it could be Yeshua Yamashiach. These are just names. And when you're able to see that God can be called by different names, that's when you know you are a next level Christian, rising above those names. Those are just words. I remember back in the day, along my journey, I used to get into arguments with people over certain names when it came to religion and different names when it came to God. So now I'm able to just give others their freedom. As a matter of fact, I have a powerful affirmation. It says, I have released the need for anyone to do anything different or to be different than they are. I've given others their freedom, and in doing so, I am free as well. So that freedom to allow others to use whatever name you want to use, whatever's best for you. It is the God of your understanding. God can be called by different names, and that God is not limited to the names. It is us who have problems with those words. It's definitely not the great spirit of God within us, that great I am. And when you're able to rise above that, you are a next level Christian on the mystic path, doing greater things in your life. So keep that in mind and use that affirmation when you find yourself maybe tempted to argue with someone over the trivial nonsense of different names and different words. I've got an extra bonus point pro tip that I want to share, and I'll reveal something that I've never shared before. But first, before we do that, if you've enjoyed this video so far and it's giving you value, do me a favor and hit that like button. The algorithm will push this out to as many people. That is a great way for you to be a blessing to the channel. Thank you. So this first bonus point that I want to share with you, it deals with the idea of revelation, elevation, going to new levels in our spiritual journey. Came to a point in my life where I realized that the old was gone. It was time for a new level in my life. Those old beliefs that I used to believe, not lining up with fact. This is a new day. So I want to encourage you to keep that in mind as you begin to elevate to new levels in your life. Never be afraid to step out and experience the new insights that God has given you, that new insight of spirituality. Some of you watching this right now, you're thinking about those old things that just don't line up right with the facts of spirituality. Never be afraid to get rid of those old things, bringing in the new light of a new life. And something that I've never revealed on my channel, even Jesus said that, have I not called you gods? He even said that we are all gods and goddesses in a certain way. That divinity, that spark of divinity, manifestation. And it took me a while to realize that we are all on different levels. I want you to check out this video right here. I think that would be a great video for you to watch next. So check that out and enjoy that. Gotta show some love to my subscribers and returning viewers. You are the life of the channel. I really appreciate you. Thanks again for watching. Stay blessed, stay positive, never give up whatever you do. Until next time, I'll see you on the next level. Peace.